Today, the challenges of pollution and global warming are impossible to ignore. The days are getting hotter and the air we breathe feels heavier and less clean with each passing year. This is the world Jeremiah Tao lives in, a young boy with asthma who struggles every day to take a simple breath because of the thick smog and toxic emissions in the air. Pollution has done more than make it hard for Jeremiah to breathe. It's even taken a toll on his voice, leaving him unable to speak clearly. For kids like Jeremiah, this isn't just uncomfortable, it's life-changing. Going as they are, his story could become the story of every child. Right now, we're on a path where dirty air and rising temperatures could define the future for generations to come. This is Lungs on Fire, reducing mankind's dust. Fresno, California is famous for being one of the top agriculture cities in the country, producing food that millions rely on. But there's a downside. It's also one of the cities with the worst air pollution in the nation.
The Central Valley is probably one of the worst places in terms of air quality, and so we tend to have pretty bad air quality just due to a number of factors. We have a lot of agriculture in the area. We have kind of this basin where all of the air kind of sits. And it has pretty adverse effects on our health. So
these two things are more connected than you might think. Farming while Central releases tons of carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane into the air. These greenhouse gases are dangerous because they trap heat in the atmosphere, speeding up global warming. You can feel the effects of this pollution during Fresno's scorching summers. The heat combined with the poor air quality makes it risky for some people to even go outside. For groups like kids, the elderly, and those with breathing problems, it's often safer to stay indoors because the air is so bad it can harm their health. Now imagine a world with none of that, a world with no pollution, or at least having it controlled. These plants would be flourishing in the sun instead of dying, the water would be cleaner and filled with fewer chemicals, and most importantly, people wouldn't have trouble breathing that much with asthma being reduced. Though this may seem like a fantasy in our bleak and deteriorating world, it's not. The air can be filtered from its pollution through the brilliance of air scrubbers. A world free from pollution and its horrible effects such as the environment ruins the gradual decrease of our planet's health.
Think of your really advanced filtration systems. There's been a lot of work after COVID to filter out germs and bacteria and viruses. But you can also, if you're thinking about the valley, we get really dusty. We have a lot of smog and other types of pollutants. And so a lot of people opt to have HEPA filters installed or really advanced filtration systems in their houses.
With advancements in technology, devices like air scrubbers are leading the charge in fighting the harmful impact of pollution. These innovations hold the potential to address critical issues such as reducing mortality rates caused by poor air quality, contaminated water supplies, and acid rain caused by industrial emissions. A perfect world with non-toxic air, clean water, and low mortality rates, kids running freely without a care in the world without having to worry about breathing conditions or drinking bad water, also not worrying about the planet's decreasing health anymore. All of it due to the emissions like air scrubbers and water purifiers that can get rid of pollution. Remember Jeremiah, who was born with asthma and faces daily challenges with his breathing. Even with these difficulties, he preserves living life to the fullest as any person his age, made possible through the use of medical devices that assist in managing his respiratory condition, enabling him to be active in activities that many might take for granted. The design of these pollution filtering machines, one in many, with many being mass manufactured while others are basic home necessities. These machines are still changing and becoming better every day to do more things. Hopefully these machines will be even made greater. There are many possibilities out there and many ways it can go. If you had the chance, what would you do to help the good of mankind? Just remember, a world without pollution is not a world we're able to live in. We need a better future for the next generations to grow without worrying about pollution.